What a lovely day for the 35th NFL title game. The average wind chill of negative 36 degrees didn't stop 50,000 Packer backers who wanted their team to become the first NFL team to win 3 straight NFL titles. Most fans entered Lambeau Field the conventional way, while others preferred a more unconventional route that undoubtedly was made more affordable. The Packers were favored to win by 7 points, and they played the Cowboys 364 days earlier in Dallas for the NFL title game at the Cotton Bowl. Donnie Anderson started things off with a 4-yard gain. The footing seemed to be okay earlier in the game, but it would get progressively worse. Here, number 66, George Andre, sacked Bart Starr, which would be a recurring theme in this game. Donnie Anderson caught 22 passes in 1967 for a whopping 15 yards per catch, which is awesome for a running back. Number 74, Big Bad Bob Lilly, stopped Anderson for a loss here. Lilly was a first-team All-Pro for the 4th straight season in 1967, but he got suckered on a trap play that Chuck Mercine gained 5 yards on. Number 20, Mel Renfro, really cracked Mercine. Bart Starr kept shuffling the plays and hit Carroll Dale with a 17-yard pass play. You want to talk about an underrated wide receiver? That's Carroll Dale. 1967 was his 8th year in the NFL, and he'd go on to play 6 more years. He went to the Pro Bowl each year from 1968 through 1970, hauled in 438 passes, which was 13th most all-time at the time of his retirement. He had 8,277 receiving yards, which was good for 6th most all-time at the time of his retirement, and 52 receiving touchdowns, which was 11th most all-time at his retirement. Cowboys cornerback number 23, Mike Johnson, was a 14th round draft choice by the Raiders in 1966, and here he overran the play to allow Carroll Dale a nice 15-yard gain to the Cowboys' 8-yard line. On the very next play, Bart Starr hit wide receiver Boyd Dowler with this touchdown pass. Cowboys offense was silent in the first quarter, and running back Ben Wilson picked up 13 yards on this second quarter run. He lost 2 yards on his other 2 carries on the day. Travis Roadrunner Williams was a 4th round rookie running back and kickoff returner who picked up 7 yards on this carry. While only rushing for 1 touchdown and receiving 1 touchdown during the regular season, it was his kickoff returns that provided unparalleled production, as he returned 4 kickoffs for touchdowns in only 18 opportunities for an NFL record 41.1 yards per return. On 3rd down and 1 on the Cowboys' 46-yard line, Bart Starr pulled a familiar rabbit out of his hat by throwing deep to Boyd Dowler, who hauled it in for a touchdown. A no-look flip over the head was his touchdown celebration this time. Boyd Dowler was a huge wide receiver at 6'5", 225 pounds. He was a 3rd-round draft pick out of Colorado in 1959 and is definitely worthy of Hall of Fame consideration. He's a member of the Hall of Fame All-1960s team, a 5-time NFL champion, 2-time Super Bowl champion, and 2-time Pro Bowl player. His 474 receptions at the time of his retirement were eighth all time, and his 7,270 receiving yards ranked 11th. Number 66, Ray Nitschke displayed perfect tackling technique on number 43, Don Perkins. And number 87, Willie Davis stonewalled number 46, Greg Bainham, who had -5 yards on 2 touches in this game. Don Meredith was forced to go to the air, but this pass was intercepted by Herb Adderley, who returned it 15 yards. With the ball on the Cowboys' 32-yard line, the Cowboys' defense stiffened. Next Packers possession turned into 6-point pay dirt for Dallas. Just before halftime, another Packers fumble gave the Cowboys a chance to cut into their 14-7 lead. Willie Wood fumbled, and rookie Phil Clark recovered on the Green Bay 17-yard line. Cowboys quarterback Don Meredith fired a swing pass to number 30 Dan Reeves, but the play gained minimal yardage. So kicker Danny Villanueva booted a 13-yard field goal to make it 14-10. Scared of what kick returner Travis Williams might do, the Cowboys squib kicked to number 60 Leroy Caffey, who was an All-Pro in 1966, and he gave the Packers fine field position. Dallas's ferocious pass rush spelled doom for Bart Starr. The Cowboys utilized a safe, short passing game, along with straight ahead running plays, in an effort to gain maximum traction on the ever increasingly icy playing field. This drive was the first one of substance for them. 11-year veteran receiver Frank Clark was playing in his last NFL season in 1967, and he caught this 10-yard pass. Running back Dan Reeves, number 30, would be a big factor in this game. Number 89, linebacker Dave Robinson knocked him out of bounds. Reeves would rush for 42 yards and receive 11 more yards. His biggest contribution was not as a rusher or receiver in this game, however. Andy Don Meredith was finding it more difficult to stay upright on the frozen field. Leroy Caffey came up with a huge play, and Herb Adderley recovered. The Packers couldn't do anything on offense, so the Cowboys took over again, and they relied heavily on Dan Reeves. On 3rd down and 5 on the Packers' 30-yard line, Leroy Caffey came through again. He nailed Meredith for a 9-yard loss. Danny Villanueva's 47-yard field goal attempt was like kicking a rock. It fell far short of the mark. Number 24, Willie Wood, had a fine return on the play. Tom Landry called one of his gadget plays, and it worked to perfection. Midway through the fourth quarter, Danny Villanueva punted to Willie Wood. A face masking penalty gave them the ball on their own 47-yard line. Art Starr passed the Packers into field goal range with his 13-yard connection to Boyd Dowler. Packers' Don Chandler tried his luck kicking the rock, and his 40-yard field goal attempt was also woefully short. Dallas took over the ball with 9 minutes remaining, but the Cowboys' play calling got conservative with straight-ahead running plays and dangerous pitch plays. Leroy Caffey was the defensive player of the game in my book. Willie Wood ran straight upfield to the Packers' 32-yard line. Only 4.5 minutes to play. It was now or never for the Packers as they were down 17-14. Number 44, Donnie Anderson, hauled in this pass, 1 of 4 on the day for 44 yards. And number 30, Chuck Mercine, smartly got out of bounds on this short gainer. He had 6 rushes for 20 yards. Boyd Dowler's helmet hit the ice-covered field, and he was reeling. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to share it and leave comments, which helps me to continue publishing entertaining videos. Thank you for watching.